Welcome to Gittone Stadium on October 12, 2019 for the game between St. Joe Wildcats and the Vineland High School Fighting Clan. I am John Parentazzi. I will be doing the color commentary, and my partner Rich Scarpa, who will be doing the play-by-play. St. Joe comes in at 4-1, Vineland 2-3. We have a chance today to see a Cape Atlantic League record for yardage by Jada Byers. The record was held by Sinclair of Ocean City. Byers turned the game around last year on a punt return. He opened the door for a St. Joe victory. Rich, what can we expect today?
Well, we're going to expect a lot, and being back in the Cape Atlantic is nice, and you're taking on one of the Cape Atlantic's best in St. Joe's, a non-public group school, too, in Hamilton. 40 times they've been in the playoffs. 35 times they've made it to the finals, and they have 27 state parochial B football titles. 53-13 in the playoffs, so their success goes deep into the season. We also have coming in today, as Coach mentioned, Jada Byers going to possibly set the rushing record for South Jersey. But in last year's game, it was a Vineland staunch defense that had the game tied up 7-7 and held Byers under 50 yards in the first half. But as Coach mentioned, a big punt return to the Vineland 31-yard line, and the very next play broke free in the end zone for the touchdown to put St. Joe's up, and they added one later. Last couple times these teams have played, the first half has been really, well, the whole game last year was tight, but the first half going back to 2015, it was 6-0 Vineland at the half. So Vineland has played St. Joe's tough, and St. Joe's is coming off one of their more impressive wins of the year. Early in the season, they beat Highland 34-20, which was a big win for them, but then they avenged last year's loss to Haddonfield with a 43-8 win. As we get ready for kickoff, we'd like to thank our sponsors who make Vineland High School football possible. The Red and Gray Gridiron Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of Vineland High School football team this season. Sir Speedy, Reconstructive Orthopedics, Ducharmes, the Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, Newfield National Bank, Larry's 2 Restaurant and Caterers, Allen Associates, Delsey ShopRite, Medio Law Firm, The Claridge, a Radisson Hotel, TechNed Consulting, Vineland Education Association, Begal University, Manny and Vic's Pizzeria and Restaurant, MVP Sports Bar, Richland Carpet and Flooring, G&S Dry Cleaners, Carluzzo and Teresi Petroleum Transporters, Biondi Insurance Agency, Dr. Gorson General and Cosmetic Dentistry, Baruffi Brothers, Lugiano Medical, Van Dodge, Assman Installation, Homestead Plumbing and Heating, the Gorgo Group, the DeWinney family, the Russo family. The Vineland High School football team and coaches thank everyone for their support on and off the field and look forward to another successful season. All right, Coach, as Vineland gets ready to take the field, you mentioned Jada Byers, and his season is off really strong this year for St. Joe's. He is number 1 in points scored in the Old Cape, number 1 in rushing touchdowns with 12, and St. Joe's has a team scoring 34.6 points per game, which is number 2 in the Old Cape, and they lead the league in rushing, but it doesn't stop with just the rushing for St. Joe's. As quarterback Shertell, as Coach was talking to me pregame about the strength in his arm, but they're number 3 in passing. Shertell, that's Jaden Shertell, has 8 touchdown passes this year, and tied for 3rd in the Old Cape is St. Joe's, so they can do it both ways, Coach.
Yeah, one of the things prior to the game I always watched, was the strength in his arm. And he threw the ball flat-footed from the 40 to the back of the end zone. And that's a heck of a throw when you think about the strength. And the other thing that amazed me was St. Joe has 5 seniors on the roster. They're young. And to be that good when they're young, they're building for they're not going to rebuild, they're going to reload.
Yeah, they have some depth and look set to go. Big guys up front for them. We'll get into that. Also, one thing to mention in last year's game, Vineland did churn out over 300 yards, 328 to be exact on offense. Just had a hard time cashing in inside the 30-yard line 3 times in that second half. Ahmad Ross defensively is the top returner for St. Joe's, who had 9 tackles in that game and recovered 2 fumbles. Last year it was quarterback Ryan Shelton setting a VHS passing record with 40 attempts in the ball game. Completed 19 of 40 for 206 yards. So Vineland attacked St. Joe's through the air last year. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to go at them this year. So as Vineland has this Cape Atlantic game set up, they've run the gauntlet. Being a big Group 5 school with this West Jersey Football League, Vineland has played number 1 Williamstown, number 3 Lenape, number 9 Timber Creek, and now takes on number 5 St. Joe's. So we look around the old Cape Atlantic League, yeah, that's where you kind of build your rivalries. Like every other sport is still Cape Atlantic, and there's a week where you play Mainland. There's a week where you play Ocean City, and all the teams participate in that in every season. It's like your week that you play them, and we lose some of these rivalry games and games that could really help build some morale here in Vineland, because unless you're really into this football, high school football, and the big Group 5 scene, Vineland is taking on every week a juggernaut. And back in the day when you're playing Cape Atlantic American Division, you would have Mainland, Ocean City, Atlantic City, help me out, Egg Harbor, Coach, Vineland, and Millville. So that's more your local teams that you're usually playing. Now we're stepping out, heading up to Trenton to face the Tornadoes last week, and as I mentioned, playing some of the Indian schools up there. Rancocas Valley still on the schedule for later this year, although they're having a rough start to their season.
Yeah, Rich, when they joined the West Jersey League, certain things were promised, and they haven't come through. We were promised that we wouldn't play any more prep schools. Well, who's on the field today?
Yep.
You know, it's, you know, you got to play. You got to play the teams that they play with the hand that's dealt to them. You know, St. Joe a couple years ago had 2 studs on the team, and they were from Vineland. You know, it's kind of, in my thinking, our fault in a way that we don't keep them. But how do you play against 2 kids from your hometown who are really good? I mean, they were, what the heck were their names, Rich? Bryant? No. I forget, but boy, were they good. Now, put them on our team.
And with school choice, it happens a little bit too. So you're competing with a couple different things. But as Coach is mentioning, you know, it is the job of the parochial school to draw in talent from around the area. And being out at Bridgeton, we had a sophomore basketball player at St. Joe's that just returned to Bridgeton because he was going to have to sit a whole year and didn't want to sit. So he's back in the halls at Bridgeton High School. But that's what happens. And you know, for everything that Coach Russo and his staff have done since they've gotten here, they said the first goal is to keep our players. The second goal is to build a playoff championship team. And granted, to build it, we're playing the teams to get us in and to give us an opportunity, winning our first playoff game in school history last year. But it also kills, as I was mentioning, those rivalries. And when you're competing on an uneven field, when I was a wrestling coach for Vineland High, we had Apsagami that wasn't a parochial school but did a ton of recruiting. At one point in time, of 14 weight classes, 11 kids wore a different singlet earlier in their career. And it made it that you're fighting for a second place because they're picking an all-star team and taking it. And that's similar to what happens with the parochial school. So there's nothing wrong with that, but they need to compete with each other, not with regular public schools.
One of the things I'm really proud of, Rich, is I won 6 county championships. And you know what? That was a great rivalry. Bridgeton, Cumberland, us, and Millville. And to win the county championship was pretty good.
And that's the first step in building a program is you have to first make, as a player, you make the team, you get to start, then you want to win in your local area, in your county, and then expand out from there to get to your conference.
Right.
And when I was head wrestling coach, we had a county tournament for a couple years trying to establish that, because sometimes, it's a big reach to make that next step to be a Group 5 champ, and there's many different ways to build it. But as I was saying earlier with Coach Russo, the Vineland kids are staying here. We have a video scoreboard, the best stadium in South Jersey, really nice equipment. The town has supported it, and today we have homecoming with Miss Monogram, and right now the Vineland High School Marching Clan will play our national anthem. We are ready for some football. Vineland won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So homecoming, Saturday afternoon game instead of the Friday night. Fans are coming in. Miss Monogram pageant, floats, and a parade down Landis Avenue today. Everything's ready for some football. And let's hope that Vineland can continue to play as tight as they have with St. Joe's, and maybe try to get a signature win this season.
Are you ready for some football?
Vineland set to kick off. Up front for St. Joe's, pretty big offensive line. At center, Brian Butkus, 6'2", 250. At right guard, 53, Chase Lomax, 6'2", 220. And at right tackle, 58, Aiden Greenwood, 6'4", 270. On the other side, 57, Stephen Amrod, 5'10", 190. And finally, Miles Solomon at 6', 245. So big guys up front for St. Joe's, and a squib kick gets this started, fielded at the 30. Looking for a little room to run, picks his way up to about the 41-yard line. So last year, the tempo was set by the Vineland defense, which was led by J.J. Delgado, Anthony Reyes, and Jameer Malloy.
Yeah.
Vineland comes into this game healthy. Back on the field, Ryan Williams, who's been out a while, the defensive end, junior at 6', 225. He's on that right side of the line.
St. Joe has thrown the ball a lot more this year, Rich.
And they're going to throw it early, and it's dropped. Intended receiver, Cole Mercado, not able to come up with that one. 2nd and 10.
It's a new, what do you call it, new face of St. Joe throwing the ball. They would normally grind it, knock you down.
Yeah, and as Coach mentioned, the arm strength that Shurtell has. Also throws some rockets to the sidelines. You really don't got to worry about somebody getting in the way of it. He gets rid of it quickly. 2nd and 10. And this time they go to Byers over the left side, who has an opening, cuts to the middle, picks up the first down before he's brought down in Vineland territory at the Vineland 42.
Boy, he's quick, Rich.
And great vision also.
We were not ready. We were moving around. You got to be ready. 'Cause they'll pick you apart if you're not ready.
59, Kion Herring, the nose guard, and they run right towards Kion, and nothing going there as Rivers collapses down, and that goes for about a gain of 1.
He's played pretty good the last few weeks, Rivers. He's done a good
Rivers has
job.
had some strong games, and he's doing a little bit more, some blocking on offense as we speak of 73, DeMarcus Rivers, the junior at 6'1", 335. And he was probably on the field for about 10 offensive snaps last week.
See, we're not ready, Rich.
Shurtell tries to get out wide to the near side. Mercado's going to take that a little bit short of the first down. It's going to make it 3rd and 4.
Watch Byers off the left side, Rich. He's got a lot of room on that left side.
Well, hopefully, the flags will stay in the pockets. A little bit of a hold there, not called, and as long as that goes both ways, that's fine if you let them play. We know we've seen a ton of flags and play being stopped over and over again. Third down for St. Joe's. Ross heads up the middle, picks his way for a first down before Powell clobbers him at the 29-yard line. So Ahmad Ross, who we talked about pregame defensively for them, he also gets a handful of carries a game from the backfield, number 2. Nazir Broom, Ryan Shelton, Barry Turner at the linebacker spots along with 30 Lathan Kent. Give to Byers on the jet sweep. Popping outside is Williams. Byers is going to cut back, lose about 2 yards, but there is a flag on the field. That could be our holding call on St. Joe's. And it is, so Vineland will likely push them back. So they'll redo first down, but it'll be first and about 12.
Oh, first and about 20, Rich.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I said 12, 22. Sorry. I forgot the original 10 they needed. Thank you, Coach. So it is going to be first and 22.
They did a good job on that.
Yeah, the outside Williams really contained and turned him back in.
Yeah.
And the corner steps up and makes the play. One corner on the near side is Tony. Shurtell to pass. He fires incomplete over the middle. Vineland's D-backs and linebackers had that covered well.
Boy, they had short, medium, and long on that.
Yeah, real nice routes running. I was surveying the field, and I really couldn't find anywhere to go with it. Nice job by that defensive secondary that has had a rough go of it, especially at the Timber Creek game. So nice to see them adjust early here.
Get ready.
Shurtell in the shotgun. He pulls it. He's looking to throw. Double coverage, and it's almost intercepted. So Ryan Williams at that defensive end spot. This time he drops back, is in a great position and knocks it down, setting up 3rd and 22. We've talked about Vineland all year long where a penalty sets them behind the down and distance they want and the struggles they have converting it. Right now, that holding penalty on a play that was going to be a loss of 2 has really hurt St. Joe's as they're at 3rd and 22.
It's a big down here, Rich, if they can hold them.
Byers is the wing back on the near side, and they're going to go inside belly counter. Byers pops it to the outside and dives forward to about 9 yards to go. It'll be 4th and 9. He picks up about 12 yards on the run.
Oh, they'll go for it, Rich. This is 4-down territory for St. Joe.
Yeah, inside the 30 at the Vineland 28. So the Vineland defense needs to make one more play here. It's officially going to be 4th and 10. One more stop, get that offense on the field, and that would be a great beginning for that defense that gave up that one big run. And 10 yards to go. See if Shurtell's going to try to throw it with 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. No tight end at the top. And they're trying to throw to the outside, and it's caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. His forward momentum has stopped, and the refs don't blow the whistle, and then they finally do. So complete to Tyrell Russell, but short of the first down. Nice tackle on the play. As Tony just holds on, and finally Shelton comes to clean it up. That was strange they didn't blow that dead. His forward momentum hadn't increased in about 3 seconds. So now it's time for the Vineland offense.
I was
Center
watching,
Jacob.
I was watching the pass rush, Rich. We almost got to him. That was a pretty good pass rush.
Center Jacob Rep is back in the game. He was out last week.
Good
and Vineland's
snap.
going to go right away to Tony over the left side. Gets to the outside. Cuts. Back in. Picks up about 6 on the run. As we talked last week with offensive assistant Coach Heck, we asked, what happened to our jet sweep? Why is that not there? And we talked about the snaps needing to be right on the timing on there, and it made it really hard to do it from a shotgun formation. And with Rep back in, he delivers on the first one, and a big gain of 7 for Vineland, so it's 2nd and 3. Tyreen Powell at quarterback, and he gives to Broom up the middle, and he's going to be really close to the first down. I think he's going to be about a half yard short from this near side.
Oh, he got it, Rich.
And it is a first, that was Arthur on the carry, and it is a first down. And that's one thing we mentioned last week with Arthur, how quick he gets to the hole, the sophomore running back at 5'9", 170. Powell to throw. It's tipped and intercepted. Ball batted in the air, and coming up with is Tyler Page on the interception. Sets St. Joe's back up inside the Vineland 30 at the Vineland 27 on a diving, deflected pass interception. Just seemed to have everything in a little bit of a bunch down the bottom of the field there.
Yeah. It was a good thought. It was a quick pass. The gentleman was open. The player was open. But it got tipped on the line.
Shurtell under center this time. He gives to Byers over the left, cuts inside. Boy, what vision. Byers skips his way through the middle of the defense down to the 10 on a nifty run. He's going to be inside the 10 at the 9. It'll be 1st and goal.
Wow.
Talk about slowly going against the grain and just picking up 4 with each move.
Boy, they love running him to the left side, Rich.
And that left side is Miles Solomon and Stephen Amrod. The smallest person on that line, that left guard, gets out and gets moving. And also a very big tight end, Keyshawn Griffin, 6'5", 235. This time hit in the backfield, driven back, forward momentum stopped. An outstanding play by the defense.
That was a good play.
It's another play by Williams. I'm counting on our PA announcer with his spotter and his binoculars it is really difficult to read these single-digit numbers on the Vineland players.
It is.
Like, I have no idea. So 2nd and goal, back from the 14-yard line. Shurtell gives to Byers over the left side. He's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Another loss of 1. It's going to be back almost to the 14-yard line with 3rd and goal.
They want once too much to the well on that left side. You know, you can get beat up a little bit, but after a while, you better be ready. Last time I thought they'd go left, they went right up the middle, Rich. Unless he throws the ball. They got a strong game up the middle, Rich.
That's going to be trying to be stopped by Herring. And they go pitch to the wide side. Getting to the corner and knocked out of bounds at the 6. So Byers gets a handful back. It's going to be 4th down now from the 6-yard line, 4th and goal. This first quarter has 4 minutes left in it.
Their kicker was pretty good in practice, Rich. They had a pretty good field goal kicker. But typical St. Joe mentality, they're gonna try to beat you.
Not only that, like, if you don't get it, you've got Vineland really pinned back deep in their own end, making it tough on their offense. Byers is the lone setback. Tight formation at the bottom of the screen, now motion, and it's a pitch to Byers. They've got us outmanned. Can Byers turn the corner? He's hit, spins, and he doesn't get in. Great containment by the Vineland defense, as it was 3-on-1 early and doing an outstanding job slowing the play up. Byers spins back in and gets hit, and he's going to be short. He's going to be actually out by the 2-yard line where the Vineland offense will take over.
Pretty good pursuit. That's what stopped him, Rich. The first hit slowed him up, and the pursuit just took over. You can't ask for more than that.
Well, that's 2 4th down tries that Vineland gets the ball on a turnover on downs, but they have a long way to go, 98 yards in front of them, in a precarious position as Tyreen Powell's 4 yards deep in his end zone. And he's going to take it himself, and he's going to get over the end zone, but he's going to lose a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 at the 1.
Timing of that play was off, Rich.
Yes, it was.
Ooh, that thing's on the 6-inch line.
So Vineland bringing in some big personnel as Herring and Rivers check into the offense. Herring, a sophomore at 6'2", 315, and Rivers, the junior, at 6'1", 335. And both the big boys are going to try to get a push up front. Boy, and they plow open a hole, but that defense just swarms to it as Ahmad Ross stops the forward momentum. That time the back just a little far behind the blocking as they opened up a hole for him.
Well, we've had our back to the wall this whole quarter. Except for 4 plays and 2 now, St. Joe's held the ball for the whole quarter. Oh,
and the ball's loose on the ground.
No, we got it
Vineland
back.
picks it back up. A little bit of room to punt out to about the 4-yard line. So the offense with its back to the end zone, able to not give up a safety and move forward a little bit. But St. Joe's will be in great field position as Cole Mercado drops back to the Vineland 35.
Byers isn't deep. That surprises me, Rich.
It was his punt return last year that changed the tide of that ball game in the middle of the 4th quarter. Shelton has it. It's a short kick. It's going to hit and roll to the 40 where it's picked up. And a little bit on the return, not too much for Mercado. So again, starting at around the 28-yard line.
This is the
That's gonna
second
be-
time.
Yeah, right on the 30 this time.
They've had 3 possessions. Once they're on their own 40. Violence 32, now Violence 30. Man, we've had our back to the wall.
1:40 to go in the scoreless first quarter. You know, that last drive is a drive for Vineland, but starting that far down in there, you know, really makes it tough. There's a give to the top. Tyreen Powell in pursuit. And Broom comes up and helps him out making the tackle. But Ross is going to pick up about 4 on the play, making it 2nd and 6.
Boy, they like running that left side, don't they, Rich?
It's kind of going there all the time. Now it's the short side of the field. You may have to get away from it. So the defense asked to do it one more time here. And it's a reverse and a counter. Nice tackle by Broom on the play, who read his keys the right way and was sitting in the hole waiting for that almost like belly counter. They run it like a reverse as the ball changes hands twice. It's the second time they've done that. Vineland stayed home. So 3rd and 4.
That's a bread and butter play of the Delaware wing T, where they go one way and the guards pull the other way.
Just weird that he's given to a back to give to the other back. And this is pass. Quick hitch thrown out. Trying to use his blocking. Gets to the 19, which is going to be good enough for a first down.
No, I don't think so, Rich. Oh, it might be. It's close.
Yeah, I thought he got to the 19. They have him at the 20. And it'll still be good enough for the first down.
Huh.
And with 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, that's going to do it from a scoreless first half on homecoming game.
Rich, in that first quarter, St. Joe had the ball 3 times, all down in our, with our backs to the wall, one on the 2-yard line. And we've only had the ball twice. And once we started on our own 2 and gave it right back to them. You know.
But I almost look at that last drive as a success, being able to get out of the end zone after you're down inside the 1 on one of the plays. But the defense is going to need to do it one more time.
Rich, we need some offense. We need a couple of first downs.
When we look at it, on the first drive, we get a first down, a deflected pass for an interception. The second one, as I mentioned, you're starting at your own 2, and that's pretty much just hope you don't get knocked backwards there. Doesn't really open up your playbook.
Boy, that quarter went fast, didn't it, Rich?
Yeah, it flew by, and it's been tense for that Vineland defense. So Schertel in the shotgun this time. Ross alongside. He's back to pass. He's trying to hit an out. It's covered well. And overthrown intended for Byers. Barry Turner in coverage step for step with Byers.
Still haven't had any pressure on him, though, Rich. Like to see us put a little pressure on him.
I think the only pressure we had was kind of on a run play, on a blitz, where we met the running back right in the A gap. But you're absolutely right on these pass plays. So 2nd and 10. Schertel in the shotgun, going to try to throw it again. Now it's quarterback draw. He takes off to the top. He's hit, scrapes inside for what will be a first down, but penalty flags litter the field. They're in the spot where it's usually a foul on the offense.
Yeah, it's a hold, Rich.
And it is a hold, and that hold happened about the 11-yard line. So it should make it 2nd and 11. They'll just lose basically a yard because that hold happened up the field. It's actually going to be right on the 20, so it's going to be 2nd and 10, almost like a do-over.
Yeah. Typical play that hurts us, Rich. We've been hurt every week by that quarterback running the ball.
You're exactly right. Shelton coming on the blitz. He's picked up. Here comes another player. It's thrown, tip. Byers can't hang on at the 19. Broom in coverage. 3rd down now and 10.
We had a little pressure that time.
2 linebackers ended up stunning in on that, but a nice job by the line to pick them up and allow Shertell some time. Still had pressure on him, which disrupted the timing of the play. Give me credit for a hurry, they say. They're like almost stats.
Yeah.
We used to have to sack them. Now you get credit for just making them run away from you. So 3rd and 10, a little confusion by St. Joe's. They have 3 receivers at the bottom. Shertell looks to throw towards the bottom, fires it in the middle and a big hit, but it's going to be short of the first down. As Levi Manson delivers a shot to keep him from the first down, it's going to be 4th and 1 from the Vineland 12. Or Vineland 11.
Big play.
Watch the ball, watch the ball.
Yep.
Watch the ball, watch the ball.
Now, they've only run inside one time all day. If it runs true to form, they're going to go wide.
Well, they have the 3 receivers at the bottom again. And they're going to take timeout as that play is almost took too long to come in, so St. Joe's will take a timeout. That looked like they were going to give to Ahmad and use those receivers as a blocker at the bottom. And a few times they've outflanked Vineland to the wide side of the field, but it's the pursuit, as Coach mentioned, by the defense that's arriving in time.
If I was playing defense, I'd be tired already. They've been on the field. That's why I said, Rich, we need some offense.
Yeah,
we really do.
You mentioned up front at nose, Kion Herring. That was one thing in his first game 2 weeks ago at Timber Creek. He didn't tire the whole game, and that's amazing for a young player and a big player to be able to steadily get you that push. So let's see, Vineland's going to stick with their base package. And this is one of them times you need somebody.
Get ready. You got to get ready.
Somebody's got to make a play. If you want to upset teams like this, plays have to be made. Shertell in the shotgun. And he gives, and picking up the first down. A little bit of an iffy block in there, but that was inside on the line where you can pretty much hit him anywhere you want. But first down to the 9-yard line. So a gain of 2. 1st and goal.
Oh, boy.
I believe this is the 5th goal to go for St. Joe's, and they've yet to get it in. You're asking a lot from that Vineland defense that last time made a stop on the 2-yard line on 4th down. This time, a lot of room to run to the top of the screen. And Shertell's going to send them that way. Hit and diving forward. Nice leg drive by Ahmad at the end of that to pick up about 2 or 3 as Ahmad Ross.
Yeah, they got some weapons, Rich. You know, you think Byers is the sole provider, but you know they got a pretty good quarterback. They got Ross, who's a pretty good runner.
6'5" Keyshawn Griffin at tight end. You may want to keep an eye on him down in this area. And there's the give. Spun around by Herring. Byers trying to get to the outside, breaks another tackle, comes back to the middle, runs into his own player and down at the line. What a play by Herring, who almost was able to tag him, but we got to see why Jada Byers is going to end up being South Jersey's all-time leading rusher, as he just is tough to bring down, breaks a few tackles. And it's 3rd and goal from the 9. Two more times, defense. And they're going to try to sweep and hit and drop short again. Maybe a gain of 1, or no, they're going to spot him right at the line of scrimmage.
They're going to kick the field goal, Rich.
Nice job in there that time by Williams and Rivers.
This young man was dead on from 30. So what's he got, Rich?
A 25. So a 25-yard attempt for the field goal to open the scoring. It's a light breeze into the face of the kicker. And I call him the kicker because we have no 18 on the roster. And this is going to eke over and good for the 3-point lead. Possibly Tevin Delgazo, number 16 on our program.
Yeah.
He's the only one listed as a kicker, so he's a freshman kicker if that is him, who makes the field
Tell you,
goal to
Rich,
make
I
it.
watched him in a pregame. He didn't miss one.
Boy, that defense has done a great job. They've had their backs to it on 4 possessions. And to come out of 7 or 8 goal to go for St. Joe's, the second most prolific scoring team in the old Cape, and to hold them to 3 points is kind of a victory. Now it's time for the offense. First drive, first down, then a deflected pass for an interception. The second drive, just trying to get it out of their own end zone, starting at their 2, going back to their 1. So let's see what the offense can do this time. 7:37 to go in the first half. Manson and Broom back deep. Arthur in front of them.
Oh,
You better.
Oh,
right out
okay.
of bounds. All right. That's a tricky kick.
yeah, I got a little nervous.
Well, you see big Keyshawn Griffin at 6'5", 235 making a beeline for that.
I saw a good play in the college game the other day on an onside kick. Nobody could get to the ball, so the receiving team just knocked it out of bounds. Just hit it out of bounds.
Now they're deciding if
No, don't kick it again, Coach.
well, offense on the field, so it looks like Vineland won't have them re-kick.
I thought that was automatically on a 45 if it went out of bounds.
I think it went out short of the 45, so they're trying to figure out if you're going to move it back and punish them. Tyreen Powell takes it himself through the middle, has an opening. He's galloping. He's to the 30. Turns on the Jets to the 20, straight arm to the 10, and knocked out of bounds. Like a gazelle, those long strides and Powell's length just pushing defenders away, and then you got to see the speed as he outruns angles from the defense.
That was great. That was the Powell of last year, Rich.
And you know what the best thing was? He didn't make it to the 9. He made it to the 12. So Vineland can get a first down at the 2. It's 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. And St. Joe's is taking a timeout to holler at their defensive players real quick. Well, Coach, if Vineland pops this in on the next play or two, you're still going to have a tired defense out there.
Yeah, didn't take long, did it? That's okay. Mentally, that's a pickup.
Yeah, and that'll help
You know,
with some of that. And, boy, as we're talking about that defense, not getting worn down, just being on the field in pressure situations so much, it's a big third down, and it's the nose tackle 5 yards deep in the end zone holding the shirt of the running back that's leading South Jersey, and you don't expect your big guys to have that same kind of push, and that's Herring we're talking about, and Rivers the same way.
oh, that was a pal of old. Wasn't it good to see him break it?
77 Dutra, 76 Zach Tharp, 71 Bennett. They're up front for Vineland. And they're going to need to get a little push. And Powell's going to take it himself again, skips to the middle, drags forward down to the 5-yard line.
Good job. Good job.
7 minutes and 10 seconds. Vineland's going big now as the two we spoke of, Rivers and Herring, check back in.
Good job. Well, you got 2 cracks in 3 yards, Rich.
Eli Anderson, the left tackle.
Oh, no, I don't like this, Rich. I don't like this. He's too deep. You can't.
You pretty much called that one there.
Yeah. You got to run your normal offense.
Well, you know what? You're 1st and 10 from the 12. You show that. The next time you show it, it's a little pitch after they convert in there.
I don't think they can do it with them guys in there. It's just too deep. Oh, they're back to normal. Still too deep.
So tight
Atta
splits
boy.
for Vineland. Powell gets them set. And there's a little pitch. Arthur lowers the boom, and the defender's helmet comes flying off, but he just gets back to the 5. Vineland kicker Henry Garton warming up on the sideline on 3rd.
Oh, Coach, get to 3.
And they're going to go for the field goal to tie it, but a lot of time came off that clock there. So Vineland looks to answer, the ball on the hash. Garton set. Ojeda snap, Turner hold. Low snap, it's picked up.
It's perfect.
Garton booms it through. We're all tied up with a bullet of a kick by Garton. An outstanding job by Barry Turner getting that one off the turf and setting it up. So we are tied up after the long run by Powell. It's Garton converting to 3 points. And no time to celebrate for Garton as he has to go get his kickoff tee.
He did a good job last time keeping the ball out of the deep runners, which, you know, that's great. Hey, give him the ball in the 30.
So 2 minutes, just about 2 minutes and 20 seconds later, Vineland gets their field goal.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty neat. It was just that close. We had a field goal at the 7:44 mark and then at the 5:11 mark.
Make sure you go out and go for the best float. Time is right now. We have 5 minutes and 11
All right.
Make sure you get your vote, cast your vote before halftime. Who has the best
So
float?
5:11 on the clock, tied up. Garton to kick off. Byers back deep, one of the 2 deep backs.
Oh, he's in now? He wasn't in the last time.
That was the punt, though. That was the punt where Ahmad went back. He wasn't in there on the first one of the game, too?
No.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
He had that young man, that other Ross. He had Ross back there.
Well, this time it's Russell and Byers back. But
Don't,
they're kind of in that back too far because we're going to kick it to about the 30 up high in the air.
Don't kick it to Byers. That's good. That's good. St. Joe might make them kick it again.
Now they're sending the offense. I agreed with you. I thought they might also, but cheated and looked over at the side, and the offense is coming out. So the Vineland defense has some room behind them finally, as I believe the last 3 drives. Where were they started at, Coach, their last 3?
The last 3 were at their 40, Violence 32, and Violence 30. So they're going to start this time at the 35. That's the worst position they've started in today.
Shurtell to throw it. Connects to Byers. Byers trying to get away from Shelton, and that doesn't happen as Shelton grabs him by the ankles and brings him down from
Good
behind
job.
after a gain of 1. I think that's one of those tackles that all your forearms get shredded, as Shelton seems to be in a little bit of pain on that as Byers just drags through.
I don't know what he did, but he did a good job.
Do it
Sheldon.
again.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
I'll tell you, since the switch at quarterback, I'm a big Ryan Shelton fan, but it's allowed him to do so much more that he can on a football field, whether it be tight end, wide receiver, and now being able to play linebacker and D-back in there for Vineland. It really adds some speed and physicality to the defense. Now on a boot, back to drop. There's a pass. Manson, does he hold on to it? Eli Manson with the interception at the 49. That was a street fight for the football, and Manson pulls it away from the receiver.
Good job.
So man outduels Mercado, and that's one of them joint possessions. Too often you see a player give up on the ball, but not Manson, as he twists and turns and completes the interception to set Vineland up at St. Joe's 49 with 4:16 to go in the first half.
Just don't give the ball back.
Powell takes it himself and plows forward for a gain of 2 or 3.
That's okay. It's going to be about 3:30 on the snap.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7. Powell gives to Broom, who's hit and swung down. Not much there as Keyshawn Griffin grabs him by the shirt and just holds him in place. 3rd down now. I believe St. Joseph's used 2 timeouts, one setting up their field goal and one after the long Powell run. So they just have one left. So with 3:16 and running. 1st down here should keep the ball out of St. Joe's hands for the rest of the half. But it is 3rd and about 7. Powell to throw it. Fires it over the head of his intended receiver as he was well covered on the play. It goes over Tony's head, but Shurtell was right there in coverage. Clock has stopped. Vineland sends the punt team in.
Yeah. Boy, that would have been great to get a 1st down.
Tony would have had to do some work after he catches it, but that's something he's very adept at doing. Good snap. Shelton has all day to kick it. It's a line drive. It's going to hit it to 15 and roll out of bounds out about the 8-yard line. That's another thing Shelton can do to help you out. Beautiful punt by Shelton to pin them back at their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, his ball is like a golf ball when it hits. It goes forward.
Yeah.
It really does. He's done that all year where there have been line drives and he's gotten 10, 12 yards out of the roll. All right, this is a big series, Rich. Going to halftime 3-3. This is where we were last year. Good first half.
Shurtell's going to start under center with two backs behind him for the first time today. And cutting on the inside, good containment there. This is one of those drives where you're not looking to make a stop for no gain and overcommit. You just want to control this as time is in your factor. A gain of 5. Wouldn't call it prevent, but you certainly don't want to press too hard. You just want to keep him in the middle. It's kind of how people used to play Isaiah Pacheco. It was put him in a box, then close the box. Don't just go in to get him, because then there's an opening in your box that's trying to close on him. And a procedure penalty. Too many people moving around before the snap. It's going to bring them back to a 2nd and 9. 2:06 and running. It's been a great first half, as you know, especially for the defense where they started at to hold St. Joe's to the 3 points that they have. And at 2:45 and running now, it's 2nd and 9 for St. Joe's. Shurtell under center, hands out, cutting to the inside. Nice job there. And some things you don't really notice all the time, but Antoine Rivera came up to box in. He came up and stepped into the backfield, number 2, to turn that play back into support.
That was good defensive. Again, our pursuit today is what's making that defense play well.
It almost looks like, I'll say it this way, our defense has a little more give a darn to them, that they are flying to the football and not just having their own individual battles. So 3 receivers to the top, 2 at the bottom. This is when you can get a pass rush off. And here comes, it's quarterback draw. Shurtell's going to step out of bounds. Boy, short of the first down. Wow.
That's close.
I'm looking at that far. He has. I was looking at the far official, and he was about a yard short, but he didn't have the spot. So, of course, Shurtell knew what he was doing and got the first down and stepped out of bounds to stop the clock with 48 seconds to go.
That play has killed us all year. That quarterback running when he drops back.
Well, you know what, Coach? That's something we give away a little bit. Having the big, massive physical nose tackles that they can run some, but it's really hard to get off a block and get to somebody when you have the 200 to 220 pounder like your linebacker size. Not much going on there. Picking his way through, breaking a few tackles before he's finally brought down is Mercado. 39 seconds, 2nd and 7.
Watch for the bomb here. Or we haven't seen the screen today either. They run a good screen.
Well, right now, I'm taking one of my linemen out, and I'm putting another wide receiver in, and he's standing back at the 20-yard line.
Where's Pal at? He's deep.
Pal's at the 40. Keep walking backwards, Tyreen. Keep it in front of you. 10 seconds to go. Little swing pass. And almost breaking through the tackle. Nice run by Ross as he goes out of bounds with 6 seconds left.
That was almost a screen, Rich.
Yeah.
Come out of the backfield.
Same concept.
Yeah. All right, we don't do anything dumb here.
So Shurtell now has 2 backs alongside of him in a shotgun. Just 2 wide receivers.
Back out of the backfield.
And Vineland takes a timeout. They check out the formation. You can't save the timeouts for the next half, but that'll give us a moment to talk about halftime. We're going to turn it over real quick at halftime to Elliot DeShields, the PA announcer, who has the Miss Monogram competition results. And we will crown a new Miss Monogram for the 2019-2020 season. So that'll all be provided to you. Not sure what we're going to get from the band, if they're going to play after or if the ceremonies will take up that time. But we'll step aside during that point in time.
I worry about these plays, Rich.
Yeah.
I really do. We're in a kind of prevent, which means we're going to give up something. And if we miss a tackle, Katie barred the door.
I got a little scared when it was a shirt getting pulled out near the sideline.
Yeah.
So Shurtell with two backs near him.
Where's Powell?
Powell back deep. Shurtell's going to take it himself and get tackled, and that's going to do it for the first half here at Gittone Stadium, where Vineland Fighting Clan have tied up the St. Joe's Wildcats at 3-3. Real quickly, Coach, take me through a couple drives.
Sure. Well, St. Joe got the ball on their own 40 to start. We stopped them at the 21. They had the ball 1, 2, 3, 5 times. They got the ball on their own 30 at kind of the end of the first quarter. They drove to the 9-yard line where we stopped them, and they got a field goal at the 7:44 mark. We had nothing in the first quarter. We had 2 possessions, and I think we ran 6 plays. We punted on one. We threw an interception on the other. We went into the second quarter. We got the ball, and we drove on a beautiful run down to the 9-yard line. We couldn't get it in. Garton came in at the 5:11 mark, kicked the field goal. St. Joe threw an interception in the middle of the second quarter. We couldn't do anything with it. St. Joe got the ball back on their 8-yard line with about 2 minutes to go, Ridge. And they had a couple first downs, but we kind of forced them. The clock ran out. And at the end of the half, in a good football game, 3-3.
All right, so we'd like to thank our sponsors one time before we see the Vineland High School Marching Clan and the Miss Monogram program, and Coach and I will be back for the second half, but enjoy the halftime show. Thanks to these sponsors. The Red and Gray Gridiron Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of Vineland High School football team this season. Sir Speedy, Reconstructive Orthopedics, Ducharmes, the Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, Newfield National Bank, Larry's 2 Restaurant and Caterers, Allen Associates, Delsey ShopRite, Medio Law Firm, The Claridge, a Radisson Hotel, TechNed Consulting, Vineland Education Association, Begal University, Manny and Vic's Pizzeria and Restaurant, MVP Sports Bar, Richland Carpet and Flooring, G&S Dry Cleaners, Carluzzo and Teresi Petroleum Transporters, Biondi Insurance Agency, Dr. Gorson General and Cosmetic Dentistry, Baruffi Brothers, Lugiano Medical, Van Dodge, Assman Installation, Homestead Plumbing and Heating, the Gorgo Group, the DeWinney family, and the Russo family. The Vineland High School football team and coaches thank everyone for their support on and off the field and look forward to another successful season.
Let's hear it for the Vineland High School marching clan. Miss Rivera. It is now time for the crowning of Miss Monogram 2019. Let us at this time introduce you again to our 5 finalists. First of all, we have Miss Ezriela Chaniz Rico, escorted by Mohammed Muzvi. Miss Emily Jones, escort Jessica Mello. Miss Sarah King, as escort is Blaze Jones. Nicole Ortega, and she is escorted by Nathaniel Figueroa. And we have Miss Samantha Roos, escorted by Vincenzo Speranza. Voting took place yesterday during homeroom. So here we have it. Okay, here we go. First of all, 4th runner-up is Miss Emily Jones. Third runner-up, Miss Samantha Roos. Second runner-up is Miss Sarah King. Oh boy, here we go. First runner-up is Miss Nicole Ortega. which means our Miss Monogram 2019 is Miss Ezriela Chaniz Rico. Nice round of applause, please, for our Miss Monogram 2019, Ezriela Chaniz Rico and her court. Let's hear it for them. Wow.
I like to observe on the home games the best. Yeah, that. What you say, John? All right.
Let's everyone please stand for the Vineland High School alma mater. One more round of applause for the Vineland High School Marching Clan. Very, very fine job this afternoon, and as always.
I'm going to take a look in the TV announcer. I'm going to take a look in the TV announcer booth. I probably know you guys are there.
Now that that is over, did you vote for the best float?
Good seeing you, pal.
2 minutes, 45 seconds till the second half. So we're gonna get your food, get it quick. We're gonna vote, vote quick. Just a reminder that Vineland High School student body, our next big event coming up will be the Vineland High School X Factor. Who has the most talented class? Is it the seniors, juniors, sophomores, or freshmen? Freshmen. Only time will tell. Vineland X Factor coming to you in November. Vineland will be receiving to start the second half. Back deep looks like will be number 34, Nazir Broom, and number 4, Levi Manson.
Broom. It's a short kick.
Catch it.
It's going to be caught and tackled immediately is Gregory, who does a nice job coming down with that. Vineland starts in decent field position at their own 33-yard line. So a knotted up first half with a couple field goals. I can remember years ago, Coach, you tell me we didn't have a kicker, and the kicking game has been improved and been a factor under Coach Russo from years prior.
Absolutely. It's become a weapon. We saw that in that kicker. What was the good kicker, Rich?
We've had a couple. So Give cutting back up the middle, picking up a handful of yards, was Dylan Shank, which was a few games ago, and then at Timber Creek, that was a real strong kicker also. It was Lenny, then Timber Creek was really good too.
Man, he had a leg on him.
So much of a leg, he missed 2 extra points, but he could kick a 40-45er, and I've been watching Henry Garton posting some stuff, hitting it from about 40 out also as his leg continues to improve as he makes a transition from soccer. Here we go. Tyreen Powell this time is going to take it himself. He has a little bit of a seam, and real nice play defensively that time by Keyshawn Griffin, who was blocked and came off that block to make the stop after a gain of about 4. Is going to make it 3rd down and 3 for Vineland.
Powell is running with purpose today, Rich.
Ball getting spotted at the 40.
I guess that's a way to put it. He hasn't run this hard all year. I asked Dan this morning if he was hurt, and he said that he had a little problem with his ankle in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Powell's going to throw it on 3rd and 3. Nowhere to go. He tries to tuck it and take it himself. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 3. And look for Shelton to come in to punt this one. Good coverage by the St. Joe's defensive backs. Give Powell nothing to throw at.
P.J. Williams and Ethan Hunt bring up 4th down. Ball getting spotted at the 40.
Byers back here.
It's Byers back this time.
Woo.
He's standing at his own 34-yard line.
Kick that ball away from him. It's almost a repeat script, Rich.
Line drive kick hits at the 40 and harmlessly out of bounds. A flag comes in, though, at the 29. The ball's out of bounds. Flag down on the 43.
Ball be spotted at the 30.
It's against St. Joe, Rich. I just
Flag
saw
on
the
play.
umpire
Where's the
wave.
flag on the play?
So the punt and penalty is going to pin St. Joe's back. Looks like, there you go. Ooh, he scared me for a second facing the Vineland way.
No, I saw him wave.
Oh, I saw that, but then the guy with the football was looking the wrong way.
Holding gets
So
St. Joe's.
They straighten that out on the holding
Doing
call.
the
St.
kick.
Joe's starts at their own 20-yard
St.
line.
Joe's ball. The 1st and 10 ball be spotted at the 20.
Time to get the cars back to the dealership, Coach. So 1st and 10. Byers gets to the corner, bursts the speed, and pulling away from everybody to the 30, the 20. Manson, the last one to have a shot, he got blocked, and Byers in the end zone for the Wildcats score.
Well, can we write the script again?
What Vineland did so well that first half, turning him back into the middle of the field, didn't happen on that one.
Man, they have run. Is it ran or run? They have run to the left side 80% of the time.
And the kick is good.
Unsupported attempt is good.
So with 9:31 to go, Vineland will be getting it back in this 10-3 ball game.
The only thing different was on the punt return. He didn't run it back. But boy, the next play after that punt return last year, man, boom,
Yeah.
he took off.
31-yard run right after. Well, that one certainly puts Byers as the leading yard gainer, leading rusher in Cape Atlantic history. And he picks it up with a big chunk of 80 yards.
Man, did he burst once he got on that corner.
Back deep for Vineland again is number 34, Nazir Broom. Number 4, Levi Manson.
Now, this scares me because he's kicked the ball short every time. Unfortunately, who's
It was Gregory last time receiving
caught
it.
the ball.
And here we go. Broom takes it with a head of speed to the 25 and an outstanding tackle by Ahmad
Number
Ross.
34, Nazir Broom on the
That
return.
was a good play.
Brought down by number 2.
So Vineland at their own 26 to
First and
start
10
this
for the Fighting
drive.
Clan of Vineland.
He was the only player around Broom.
Ball be spotted 26,
Broom could have got past him. He had some room.
27.
So Powell has the sophomore Arthur alongside of him. And Tony goes in front, and it's a pass. Firing it,
Oh.
intercepted by Byers, who heads up the left side, breaks a tackle, spinning on his feet before Arthur
Ball's
brings him
intercepted.
down.
Wow.
So Jada Byers with another big play.
Number 3, Byers. First and
Time to
10
D it up here and
for St. Joe's.
keep them out of the end zone.
Ball spotted at the 18.
As those two plays by Byers really shift the momentum in this one early in the third. Chartel takes it himself through the middle, picks up about 5.
Oh, Rich. Couldn't have been more of a disastrous start for us. You can't write this.
Vineland's defense in need of a play here. 2nd and 5. Ball inside the Vineland 15. Vineland scrambles to get set. It's Byers to the short side. Breaking a tackle, lunging forward.
Number 3,
Close
Byers.
to the
on
first down. We'll have to wait and
carry.
see.
Moves the ball across the 10.
Boy, it doesn't matter if that ball's on the left hash. They're still going to run left.
Yeah. If I don't have the film or anything, but I bet you they run left 75% of the time.
Ball spotted at the 9.
Now, is that
3rd and 1. Ball spotted at the 9.
This game or all the time? Because maybe they see something on that side that they're trying to cave down.
I only got to see them play a half, and they ran Byers left all the time.
Now sweeping to the right. Trying to get the edge, brought down by
Ball
Powell.
carries number 23. That's Mercado, stopped on the play by number 22, Tyree Powell.
And that's good enough for a first down. It'll be first and goal from right about the 7.
Goal. St. Joe's. Ball be spotted 7.
I'll tell you, Powell really gets to the ball.
Yeah, Mercado had a lane to the end zone if not for Powell slashing through. This time it's Ross alongside Chartel with Byers in the slot at the bottom. Byers in motion.
Here we go.
The give to Byers.
Here we go.
Hits the brakes, tries to cut in, and
Byers
brought
on the carry
down
again.
Powell
by
again.
Lathan Kent, it looks like, number 30.
He was stopped on the outside there by number 30, Lathan Kent.
And a player down on the field for
Timeout for
St.
injury on the
Joe's.
field. Be second and goal. Ball be spotted at the 4.
Boy, it's like Byers gets everything he can where he's supposed to run, then slowly just starts nickel and diming, cutting back. Has outstanding vision. That time it was Kent that squared him up and shook him up, but he's walking off under his own power. So second and goal, ball at the 4-yard line for St. Joe's. Just when you say, oh, Byers is out for a play, they still have enough weapons in there, as Ross has been running the ball very well, as has Marcado.
This would be a good time to run that quarterback play again they ran.
Let him get up through the middle.
Yeah, we haven't stopped that all year.
Oh, there's nothing there. Can they get over in time? What an outstanding play. It looks like Turner.
Number 2 on the carry. Ross stopped on the play by number 8, Ryan Williams.
Make that Ryan Williams. Ryan and Barry, I can't tell your 8s from your 9s in these jerseys. Sorry about that, but great play, Ryan.
Ball spotted on the 3.
Boy, nothing but daylight, and Vineland got there in a hurry.
Yeah, again, it was a pursuit. As Byers come back.
Yeah, I believe that's him in the slot, yeah. They give to Byers, and he's not going to get in. He's going to get back to the line, and it's going to make it 4th and goal
Byers
from the 4. And they move it to the 3 at the 3-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 3. No gain on the play. We got 4th down.
St. Joe's will probably go for it here, up by the touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
This time Byers starts as the deep setback in the formation. Shurtell's going to pitch it to Byers. He's hitting the backfield and dropped.
Whoa. What a great
And Williams
play.
once again on the stop.
What number is that? I can't
Number
tell.
8, that's Williams.
What a great play.
Back-to-back plays by Williams. All right, now I can tell Turner from Williams. Williams has a white sleeve and a black sleeve. Turner has none with the white gloves. Anchored it in.
Come on, let's get at it.
But that's something Vineland was missing as Williams makes 2 plays there. He was out last week. Ball snapped through the end zone. Powell's going to fall on it. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, boy.
As the snap dooms Vineland, they're going to have to give the ball right back to St. Joe's. So a safety with 4:57 to go in the 3rd. Snaps plagued us last week, and here one gets by. Speechless.
Oh, boy.
And again, this half starts the same as the last with the Vineland defense on the field for long periods of time.
The senior class. Senior class president has the trophy. Congratulations again to the senior class.
So Vineland has a free kick from the 20. Sounds like a good thing, but it's really not. That means you're kicking from the 20. You can punt or place kick it after the safety.
We had a good punter one year, Rich. The kid that went to Bethune-Cookman, big kid. I try to use him on kickoffs. That's illegal.
Not on this play, though.
No,
Oh.
but on a kickoff.
This time they let Garton kick it. He kicks it deep to the 42, where it's taken and hit from behind by Gregory. So it'll be at the Vineland 45-yard line.
Boy, this quarter's turned around, hasn't it, Rich?
Not too late yet, Coach, and just need a stop here. St. Joe's marched down to first and goal for 4 more plays, didn't get in. The safety gives them 2. What the defense can hold here. Shertell under center, Byers in the slot, and they go belly to Byers.
Oh,
Williams not able to bring him down. Now he has an edge to the outside. Manson comes up, makes the hit, but not before Byers picks up a first down and a gain of about 12. And Byers back down on the field after Powell makes the stop. Looks like he's just cramped up. That long run will get you, Coach.
Ooh.
It's probably the warmest day we've had, I think, Coach.
Yeah, probably.
I had to take my sweatshirt off in short sleeves here, and that's what happens when you have warm weather. You get some cramps. And when I'm king of the world, anytime play is stopped for you being injured, you sit in the I was injured box for 5 minutes of game time until you can come back in. Shertell takes it himself through the middle. He's wrestled down, picks up a couple.
Boy, he's not afraid, is he, Rich?
Well, after that tackle, I think I'd be a little squeamish if not afraid, but he pounds it up in there. They nearly ripped his head off. .342 to go and running in the third quarter. Shertell takes it himself again through the middle. He's tackled low in the middle by Turner. Excuse me, again Turner, by Antoine Rivera.
Oh, it's been nothing but sadness this half, Rich.
Gotta make a play. Gotta make a
Yeah.
play. Can turn everything around. And now they balance it. 2 receivers high, 2 low. Ross alongside Shertell to throw it. Complete to Mercado. Tries to make a move. He's hit and dropped at the 29. That's going to be close to a first down.
No, Rich, you got
Oh,
the
I'm
wrong
sorry.
way.
Wrong stick. Wrong stick. 4th and
You
5.
scared the hell out of me.
I looked over at the bottom of the down marker and saw it at the 29.
No, I'm going, wait a minute. Would they cut the first down to 5 yards?
I didn't pick my eyes up high enough. So 4th and 5. St. Joe's will be going for it here. Shertell comes running in with the play. We're at 2:07 and running to go in the third quarter. Chance here for the Vineland defense to make a stop and have all that shenanigans end up in only 2 points for St. Joe's with Vineland getting the football. Big play here for that Fighting Clan defense. Shertell to pass, under pressure, completes it. And the spot is going to be short. Vineland's defensive secondary and coverage make the play. It looked like that time was Broom, who doesn't let him get any extra yards.
Yeah, good stop.
So Vineland's defense after the safety gets back to the field. They don't give up anymore. Just need to convert something here as we are at 12-3. Arthur alongside Powell. 2 receivers at the bottom. Powell gives to Arthur. He's hit immediately and dropped. Coming off the edge and nobody there to stop him. Zamir Thomas, 6'2", 305 defensive tackle. Cuts through that Vineland line. So Tony checks out. Broom checks in along with Arthur.
We got 2 in the backfield now, Rich.
They could be 2 lead blockers, Coach. Powell gives. Oh, that closed up quick. It looked like there was room to run. Good job defensively converging on the stop. Shurtell at the bottom of that pile did a really nice job.
Well, we haven't seen much of Broom in the backfield today, have we?
Now he's been on the field with defense for so long. It's really, you got to give him a little break in there. He's in there now. But at that linebacker spot, logging a lot of miles. Powell to throw. Fires and out. It's complete at the 30. And driving forward, he's going to have the first down. And that's what Tony does, Vineland's leading receiver. He catches it short of the first down and finds his way upfield. Jonathan Tony, the junior, at 5'8", 165, and over 100 yards receiving a few weeks ago. And now Powell's going to take it himself through the middle and just trucks over a defender, picks up 5. That's that run you liked so well at Powell, the way he finished last week up at Trenton.
Yeah.
Where he just explodes forward, and that does it for the third quarter. Vineland on the move, though, 2nd and 5.
Interesting third quarter, Rich. St. Joe and an 80-yard run by Byers, which was, he turned the Jets on that left side. Kick was good, made it 10-3. And then we got a bad snap at the 4:57 mark and for a safety, and they went up 12-3. We now have the ball to start the fourth quarter with a little bit of a drive going.
Vineland Vice Principal Rich
I was
Panis.
going to say, when they moved the chains, we lost 4 yards.
There he goes.
But they moved back.
Well, at least the down crew isn't wearing officials' jerseys like last week. So 2nd and 5. And a false start on Shelton's going to move him back. He had a little bit of a lean going there.
Takes short.
Very slight.
Oh,
So 2nd and 10.
you can't measure how much penalties destroy drives. Here we have 2nd and 5. You get 2 cracks of 5 yards. Now we got 2nd and 10. And that's a big difference.
You pick up 5 here, you basically have lost it down. Powell to throw. Pressure comes. It's picked up. Powell's arms hit as he goes to throw, and St. Joe's lands on top of it at the 24-yard line. Great pressure by Keyshawn Griffin as he was even held a little bit, but he got to Powell. So Vineland defense asked one more time. And this is the position they were in the whole first half. Ball 1st and 10 on the 25.
Well, can you ask them to hold again, Rich?
They did a nice job off that last one.
Byers is not in there.
They throw it out. Byers was in the slot to Byers, who breaks a tackle in the end zone for the score. A 25-yard touchdown reception from Shurtell to Byers. So a deflating score now as we go from 12-3, with Vineland having the ball, to a fumble and the next play touchdown.
Oh. It's been a script, hasn't it, all year, Rich? We played a good first half. And the games we've lost it in the second half.
Kick up and good. Yeah, Vineland yet to score in the fourth quarter this year, Coach.
I didn't know that.
I had that stat 2 weeks ago, and I don't think we scored in the fourth quarter the last 2 weeks.
No.
That's that quick pass that Coach talked about pregame, just getting to the edge with your speed back.
And boy, when Byers turns on those jets.
It's kind of like once he breaks containment, you can just look and see if anyone has an angle, and nobody's going to gain on him. Yet alone, if you do gain on him and get to him, he's going to hit the brakes and go inside of you anyway.
He has good instincts. They're tough to coach. I had a couple players like that. Al Brown had great instincts. Ronnie Rogers had great instincts.
They weren't fun to tackle either. They were physical backs.
Oh, catch that ball.
Gregory comes up, bobbles it, pulls it down, hops through the middle, and drags forward to the 38 or 39.
Right now, I feel bad for Powell. He's just not able to use his natural talents yet. He really isn't. He can throw the ball well, but he's under tremendous pressure all the time. They're keying on him when he runs.
This one goes to Tony to the top. He cuts through the middle, dives forward, gain of 5. Flag comes in late, though, in the spot usually reserved for offensive holding, and it is. So again, behind the sticks, down in distance here. It's going to make it 1st and 19. Powell fakes, floats it, complete to Shelton, who's wrestled down after a modest gain of 2 or 3. Ross does a nice job making the tackle there.
Yeah. See, they're the difference. They hit Byers on that pass, he goes 30 yards. We hit that short pass, and the defense played it well. They really did.
2 guys on him the whole way through. There's to Tony. Drives forward. That should not be a foul as he ducked on the inside of him. Saw the same play St. Joe's execute without a foul, but another penalty is going to be called. think it's time to just heave it up to Manson, Coach.
Well, we started this drive on our 39, and we're back to our, 20? 19?
19.
Oh, boy.
2nd and 30. Powell to pass. Pressured. Hit. Dropped. Inside the 10.
Boy, that's a big defensive end, Rich.
Yeah, Griffin's been a nightmare for our line to handle. You talking about 11, Coach?
Yeah. Man, does he come off that corner or what?
And so long at 6'5", even if you block him, he can make it another 2 feet with his reach. Third and 39.
They got Byers on the right side. Here he comes.
Complete to Manson. Just not good blocking there. You've got to engage it and make your block so the receiver knows where to go. You can't string out your block and face guard. Just a little confusion not knowing when the completion's made and you turn into a blocker from a receiver. 4th down for Vineland. Byers back to return it, standing just inside his own 50, moving back to the 40 now. Byers is going to get this one right in the air at the 40 to the 50. Turns up the sideline to the 35, picks up a block, cuts inside, and picked up what they call an illegal block, so that'll start them at the Vineland 35. Oh, the flag is actually back further at the 32. That'll bring them to the 42. And keep on going. Back to the 47-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the St. Joe's Wildcats.
Huh. That was our best gainer except for Powell today. We got a lot of yards on that.
Mercado trying to find somewhere to go and gets through the middle for about 6.
Oh, no. Not a personal foul.
And it's on St. Joe's.
Personal foul.
Hopefully dead ball. I believe it was, as there's a 2 on the down marker. They're the worst kind. At least if it happened during the play.
Boy, I thought it was us. He was right in the middle of our players there.
So after the gain and then the penalty, it's going to be 2nd and 20. St. Joe's back on their own side of the field. So we have 8 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Vineland beefs up the middle of the field. Shurtell to pass. Shelton on him. Complete and tackled immediately. Complete to Griffin.
See, there's the difference, Rich. We had a clear shot at him,
And
and our
slow down.
defensive hesitated. Why? Nobody else hesitates on us. If you got a clear shot,
You're at full
Go
speed.
get
You're
him.
delivering a hit. He's not finishing the throw.
and if you miss, you miss.
And you had two 6'5" players covering each other there. Who knows what's going to happen? So 3rd and 10 now for St. Joe's, back on the Vineland side of the field. And trying to get to the outside. They turn Byers in, but there's a seam. He cuts through the middle, breaks a tackle, but there's a flag on the field. He's going to get to the end zone, but another flag right at the first down marker should make it another try at 3rd and 10. Don't move those sticks, fellas. I was going to say, looking over at the St. Joe's crowd, it's pretty filled up, but then you got to realize half the people live in Vineland or Cumberland County, so it's really not a tough game to get to.
Boy, does he turn it on, don't he, Rich?
And that combination of vision and speed, he could make anybody look bad out there.
He really turns it on.
So Schertel and the Wildcats going to try it again at 3rd and 10 at the Vineland 47. We're down to 7 minutes. Give to Byers up the middle. He picks up half of it. Fourth and 5.
Just Rich think if he was about 6'1".
I think his offer sheet would be filled.
Oh, boy.
That's been one of the problems for Byers. A lot of the big schools looking at size and stature.
And they have him listed as 5'7". I don't know about that one. But I tell you what, he's really a good high school football player.
So 4th down, the Wildcats going for it here. Schertel to pass. Little bit of pressure on him. He floats it. Manson makes a break for it, gets his hand on it. Incomplete, 6:07 to go. Vineland offense taking the field, and they've got a lot of work to do.
This is our 5th possession this half, Rich. And we really showed no signs of an offense this half.
Give to Arthur. He's face masked and wrestled down at the 40. So a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. I would just love to come into a season where our plus position is offensive line.
Yeah.
Allows you to do so much more. Powell picks up the snap, fires it in the middle, complete. Tony looking for blocking, and he's knocked down at the 32.
Sheldon, no, was it Sheldon? Somebody made a good block.
Well, out in front was Manson.
Yeah, he hit that safety pretty good, but they caught him from behind.
Well, there's some vision and some running after the catch by Tony as he scrapes across the field.
How about Powell picking him up?
So 1st and 10. Powell to throw it again. Floats it for Manson and goes incomplete. 50-50 ball. Manson not able to come down with it. I almost said Manson may have jumped early, but if we remember from last week, Manson kind of hangs in the air for about 5 seconds. He has great hang time when he
Pretty
gets
good
up
pass, too. You know,
So clock stopped with just under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Vineland on the move, but they got to do a lot in a hurry. Big pressure on Powell. He runs outside of it, looks for a block, cuts inside of a great block by Ryan Shelton. And Powell's got a first down. Boy, Shelton held his block on Shurtell for about 5 seconds and just drove him to the end line, and Powell's agility cuts inside of it for the big gain.
I'm not sure tell. He's a heck of an athlete, isn't he, Rich? He's a quarterback.
You know what? You see quarterbacks play defense and make plays, but they don't get their nose dirty. They're not diving in at ankles. They're not making tackles 5 yards in the middle of the field. Yeah, he really plays a tough physical defensive game, too. You know, if he wasn't the quarterback, we'd still be talking about him today. Powell takes it himself, tries to lean forward and does, picks up a handful of yards.
Well, it'd be nice to get in here.
Yeah, it'd be a step in the right direction on finishing,
Yep.
you know, which has been a problem.
And our first score in the fourth quarter.
You can check that box, too. Powell gives to Arthur up the middle, and like a battering ram, just pounds
Oh, he's
forward.
close.
And he's real close to the first down, going to be about a yard short, 3rd and 1. I don't know that you could ask the sophomore Arthur to run any harder.
He's really improved that.
Yeah, he's going to be a real plus running back for Vineland in the future. And saw some of the speed his freshman year on a lot of outside stuff, but Coach Russo asking him to pound his way in the middle. And it looks like that's something he's going to be able to do. Stop short. 4th and 2. You know, I just really
I didn't like that call, Rich. Let me tell you why. You just run the same play. You know, you don't fool a defensive person 2 times in a row.
And for
You
the
know.
offensive line, before he could get there, there's a hole on the left side. But I really like the quarterback under center when you're trying to get a yard, so that back's at full speed when he gets it. St. Joe's moves but doesn't jump off. And Vineland will take a timeout with 2:38 to go. So Vineland tries to go under center when they have the 2 big blocking backs in there, but it still takes a little bit of time to get to the hole. And when you have a back that can run like Arthur, and not that Broom can either, but Arthur gets to the hole really, really quick, you kind of like your quarterback to be under center so he turns and the back's at full speed, a half a yard behind the line of scrimmage, and able
You
to
notice
get forward.
St. Joe? I tried to pick it up. St. Joe only goes into the shotgun on buyers, sweeps, and passing. They're under center most of the time, but almost the same amount of time. Very few teams anymore bring the quarterback under the center. It's that new fad, boy, the shotgun.
So it's Arthur alongside Powell on this 4th and 2. In the fourth quarter, we're late with 2:38 to go. Vineland looking to edge closer. Powell takes it himself through the middle. Driving forward, he has the first down, but he's tackled at the 5.
Now, I like that call. You got the ball in the hands of your best player. Come on, get it in.
Been a different approach for the Vineland offense today as compared to 40 passing attempts last year versus St. Joe's. Powell to throw, looking for Shelton. Fires it, Shelton cuts back to the middle, dives forward, picks up a couple yards. 2nd and goal, ball at the 3-yard line. Shelton did a nice job trying to cut back to the inside, but the pursuit there to bring him down. Manson and Tony at the top. Powell's taking it himself. Dives forward, picks up about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2.
Good call. Again, you got the ball in your best player's hands.
You're also not asking really much from half of your offensive line there on the backside, you know.
I thought Powell could have cut it up a little sooner there.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, you're running for your life. It's tough. You got to make a quick decision.
And Vineland takes a timeout.
Come on, we got to get into the end zone. What's it, 3rd and 3 from the 3? Can't get a first down. So here it's do all or nothing.
So next Friday night, it's Rancocas Valley.
Here.
Coming here to Gittone Stadium.
Yeah.
Follow that with Washington Township.
And we're done, Rich.
Well, then the playoff game, Coach.
Yeah, but you don't know when that's going to be.
That'll be the week after the first round of the playoffs. So add 6 to that, it'll be the 1st or 2nd of November.
No, it's going to be later.
The 26th is the last regular season game, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the next week you have no game.
Oh, that's our bye week the next week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on, pal.
Powell to throw it. Now he takes off. And he's tackled back at the 12.
Nah.
So 4th and goal. Ball at the 12. And Vineland will go for it here. Everybody seems ready now. Shelton gives a halfback pass looking for Manson, who pushes down his defender, and he's in for the score. But it's going to be offensive pass interference. Good pass by Tony, but Manson got that open. He pushed the defender and knocked him to the ground. I'll take that every play, though, to get himself open.
Are you kidding me?
No, I watched it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I
Pushed
was
him right to the ground. I was like, nice.
I was watching the pursuit.
So pass interference on Vineland and an eligible receiver downfield. So even if that foul wasn't called there, it was coming back. 32 seconds to go. Let's see how far back that comes.
You know, Rich, it feels like we've been down here for 5 minutes.
So the ball's going to be marked at the 27.
TO timeout.
Well, you let your kicker take a 43-yard shot,
No.
Coach?
No.
You know why I say no? If I knew we could block and keep them out of it, I'd let him take a shot to end it. But that kind of kick,
No.
the last thing you want is something blocked and returned.
No. Man, we have first and goal inside the 10, and now we have fourth and what? Where are we at?
We were at the 27. We were down to the 2 or 3 yard line. So a 3-3 halftime score and a disastrous third quarter for the Clan. They try to creep back into this. Can't really put this one on the defenses. Cape Atlantic leads one of their leading scorers at 34.5 points a game, is held to 19 with the help of a safety and an 80-yard run.
That big end is on the right side. Here he comes, Rich. Holy shit.
Powell floats it and complete to Tony, who walks in the end zone. Beautiful pattern, beautiful pass, and a great battle by the offensive line to hold him out, but not Tony as he gets in the end zone with 26 seconds to go on the strike from Powell.
27-yard pass.
So a little parting gifts for the homecoming fans as Tony pops it in the end zone from Powell. So Vineland will go for 2 here. They can convert this. It'll put them down 8, waiting for an onside kick. And it's Powell all by himself. He gives to Tony, who's under pressure. He's going to have to float it to Manson, and does complete for the 2-point conversion. They went back to the halfback pass, and that's good from Tony to Manson. So now Vineland down 8 as we wait for an onside kick. Just when I sent you home with a parting gift, a 2-point conversion on the pass from Tony, who caught the last one.
That was a great pass by Powell.
On the touchdown.
Yeah. Tell you, he's deceiving. He's got a good arm.
That was one of the few times he's able to throw it, and not just float it. And he threw a strike right in stride. Tony strings that last one out. With a little run pass option as nobody was open early, and Manson, smart receiver, works himself to the back of the end zone. So let's see how good we are at this onside kick, Coach. "26 seconds to go. Vineland down 8.
He's even got Byers on the front line.
That's your hands, team.
Yeah.
It squirts around, and jumping on top of it to seal this one. Vineland with 2 timeouts. They won't be able to stop the clock and get the ball back. 25 seconds to go. St. Joe's, don't expect them to take a knee. Coach, I remember the last time they were here, that none of that happened. Had a little testy end of the game.
Oh, I think they'll take a knee. You can't be that.
There we go, tight formation.
Yeah, he's going to take a knee.
There we go. And that'll do it from Gittone Stadium for homecoming with 18 seconds in running. No need to snap it again. Vineland not able to knock off number 5 St. Joe's. They battle to a 3-3 halftime. Third quarter, Coach will tell us about the rest of that before I take all your thunder. Hit me, Coach.
Yeah, Vineland had the ball 6 times. They had a little second possession in that third quarter. They threw an interception to Byers. And St. Joe, on an 80-yard run by Byers at the 9:30 mark, made it 9-3. The kick was good. It was 10-3. We got the ball back, and they got a safety, which at the 4:57 mark made it 12-3. We stopped them. We got the ball into the fourth quarter. Powell was hit and fumbled the ball on a drop-back pass. Byers on a short screen pass went 25 yards, and the score was 18-3, and they kicked the extra point, made it 19-3. We punted. St. Joe got the ball. They punted. And we started a drive on our own 42, and with 26.8 seconds, Powell hit Tony with a 27-yard pass. On fourth down, it was a pretty pressurized play. Sheldon caught the 2-point pass, made it 19-11 with 25.7 seconds. And St. Joe went against Rich's philosophy and took a knee.
Not my philosophy. I'm talking about what they did the last time here.
Yeah. So we had a pretty good high school game here. Again, the young man that did us in was Jada Byers, who just is a good high school football player. He really is, Rich. He does a lot. He intercepted a pass. He plays defense well, and he's got another gear. I got to give applause to Vineland, who didn't quit. Their defense had their backs to the wall the whole day. And, you know, you can't ask more than that. And I'm going to tell you something. That may be the best, I think you mentioned it early, that might be the best hustle I've seen Vineland play on all year.
Yeah,
they really did.
The defense really took a step forward as they were facing one of the most prolific offenses and held them to 19 points, including a safety which had nothing to do with them. So let's bring it down to 17 points, and gave up an 80-yard run in the mix, but held them under 20 points. The defense is moving in the right direction. Now the offense has shown they can do some things. And the running game wasn't quite there today, but there's glimpses and hope coming forward. And next week, it's Rancocas Valley comes to Gittone Stadium on Friday night with a Fighting Clan who look to pick up another Group 5 win and secure their spot in the playoffs. Well, before you take us out of there, Coach, any last words?
Yeah, I thought it was a good high school football game, Rich. I thought Vineland's defense, time and time again, with their backs to the wall, came up big. The offense left a little desire until that last drive. Powell finally ran like himself today. I give him a lot of credit. And by the way, Rich, his arm is underrated. He could throw the ball. I'm John Parentazzi, along with my partner, Rich Scarpa. Happy to bring you the game from Gittone Stadium. And St. Joe walks away with a 19-11 win. Listen, have a great day, and hope we see you here next week.
The Red and Gray Gridiron Club would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of Vineland High School football team this season. Sir Speedy, Reconstructive Orthopedics, Ducharme's, the Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, Newfield National Bank, Larry's 2 Restaurant and Caterers, Allen Associates, Delsey ShopRite, Medio Law Firm, The Claridge, a Radisson Hotel, TechNed Consulting, Vineland Education Association, Begal University, Manny and Vic's Pizzeria and Restaurant, MVP Sports Bar, Richland Carpet and Flooring, G&S Dry Cleaners, Carluzzo and Teresi Petroleum Transporters, Biondi Insurance Agency, Dr. Gorson General and Cosmetic Dentistry, Baruffi Brothers, Lugiano Medical, Van Dodge, Assman Installation, Homestead Plumbing and Heating, the Gorgo Group, the DeWinney family, and the Russo family. The Vineland High School football team and coaches thank everyone for their support on and off the field and look forward to another successful season.